Good evening and welcome to Star Wars Culture Live, episode 60. This is our 60th episode. And I forgot to do the little joke that Marty came up with where I make it our Sith episode and put the 60th in the middle because you can make a little play on words. Anyway, this is our 60th episode. And it's cool that it has the word Sith in it because we are going to talk about one of our favorite former Sith Lords ever during this stream. We are going to talk about the new episodes of Maul Shadow Lord that just came out. So we're not getting to it right away, but just so you know, there will be spoilers later on in the show when we start talking about the episodes that came out yesterday. I believe we're the first podcast to be talking about it, at least in the Culture Slate family of podcasts. But anyway, if you haven't been here, sorry. Yeah, we are. But if you haven't been here before, we are Star Wars Culture Live. We like to the internet can be a dark, toxic, nasty place, especially where Star Wars is concerned, but we like to be the opposite of all that. We like to celebrate the positives about Star Wars, what we love about it, the fans, the media, cosplay, anything in the culture. So at any point, if you have anything to ask or contribute or comment or anything, feel free to just pop that in the comments, and we will we like throwing comments on the screen if we can. If you comment on Instagram, I can't throw it on the screen. We're not that high tech, but I will try and see those comments over there. But yeah, throw them up on the screen or on the stream, and we'll happily talk with you about Star Wars. So we like to start out. I am Ian. This is Marty. And we like to start out with a little segment called "What You Up To?" Just talk about what we're up to lately. So Marty, besides watching Maul Shadow Lord, what you up to?
Well, because of Maul Shadow Lord and everything like that, I had that epiphany to do our kind of semi-new intro for the next 5 weeks.
Yeah, that was
it came
awesome.
to me literally last night. I was laying in bed. I was like, I have to do this. So I did a little bit last night. Then I finished it up today. I was like, that needs music. So I got on GarageBand, did a little bit of notes, like how can I make this sinister? And then I just came up with that little thing real quick. It's like, okay, that works.
Yes, it does. Yeah, I love it. I like the switch especially because I'm so used to the old music and I'm expecting it to keep going and I'm expecting what I hear next, and then it switches to that like cool beat with the fire that looks exactly like the Maul logo. Good work. I am happy that you stayed up to do that. I'm sorry you got less sleep. But yeah, it's awesome. I also broke out the Sith Happen shirt since we're talking about a Sith Lord here. I have a few things for what you up to. I just got approved to be an ambassador again for Heroes and Villains. So a little bit later on, I will have a code to share if people want to get stuff with 15 or 20% off. So that's cool. Get some stuff out of that. What was the other thing? This just arrived. I got my pre-ordered Black Series Mando with the sword. Haven't opened it yet. I'm not sure why. I'm gonna open it. I don't know why I haven't opened it yet. It just feels, I don't know, feels weird. I will open it because I want to pose him with the sword in hilarious Dungeons and Dragons style ways. So I will be getting into that. And then yeah, I think that's all for what you up to. I think that's all for me. It's chaos in here. On to our little news segment here. Not super not a lot of Star Wars news other than Maul coming out, and we'll get there. But Dave Filoni has confirmed. I'm a mess here. We get our news from for these news segments. I always go to Star Wars Underworld, their Instagram page. If there is Star Wars news that is important, it is going to be on their Instagram. So that is where I go for my Star Wars news. You should check them out. Dave Filoni has confirmed to Esquire that season 2 of Maul Shadow Lord is officially in the works. I think it's so funny when they drop news like this before the first season even premieres. Like, that's so silly to me. But
yeah, I thought this was a late April Fool's Day joke.
yeah, right. Like
And,
not.
yeah,
Not,
and then because it comes out the day after, right? It automatically blew up my first prediction that we had last week of it being a one and done season.
yeah.
Dang
Yeah.
it!
I guess there's plenty of years. We have plenty of other predictions that could come true. There's a lot of new looks at Mandalorian and Grogu characters. So there was a new look at Zeb. There's another still from Maul Shadow Lord. Looks like Devin is fighting Maul. Sigourney Weaver new look. Again, season 2 has been officially announced by Lucasfilm. Another shot from Maul Shadow Lord. Devin, Izara, and Brander Lawson are featured. This is a cool one. A good look at a B1 mercenary sentry droid. So it has like the B1 battle droid head, and it looks like some of the parts are the same, but a lot of it is like beefier and thicker, and has like a hairy cape for some reason.
Yeah,
Droids with capes is funny.
I think it's funny
Just like
though
droids
that
with capes.
I feel like ever since Indy 5 and Star Wars Outlaws, they're like, let's just put clothes on all droids now.
Yes.
Like it just seems to be a thing.
Yeah. I don't hate it. It's pretty funny. We are now 45. This says 50, but it was 5 days ago. So we are now 45 days away from the premiere of Mandalorian and Grogu. Here's another still from the show: Maul versus Master Iko Dio Daki, and Devin Izara. I have a very not bold prediction about Master Iko Dio Daki. In this newly revealed image from Maul Shadow Lord. Here's another droid with a cape of the B2 mercenary droid, even darker and more caped. Has like a machete. That's terrifying. And then another mercenary sentry droid with it looks like L3 from Solo. It looks like a head like that.
It does.
But they're all together. They could be pretty menacing. 5 days ago, happy birthday, Pedro Pascal. Another image of armored Grogu from Mandalorian and Grogu. He's got that little Mando bandolier with his armor on it, his mudhorn thing. Imperial Remnant Snowtrooper. Get a good look at him. An Anzellan. An Imperial Remnant Stormtrooper, regular Stormtrooper. The images of Din and Grogu. Imperial Remnant AT-AT driver. Like the helmet on that guy. All-terrain recon transport, the AT-RT. Spaceballs 2 is set for release on April 23rd, 2027. I don't think we had an official date for that yet, but yeah. The return of Dark Helmet, probably. Kristen Baver, Dave Filoni, Athena Portillo, and Sam Witwer and Brad Rao on stage during a Maul Shadow Lord fan screening event yesterday in San Francisco. They all look so happy.
Jealous.
Yeah, that's pretty great. The new Lucasfilm leadership team, President Dave Filoni and Lin Brennan, appeared together publicly for the first time yesterday at that same event in San Francisco. There's Sam Witwer. There's all of them in front of the thing. Let's see. What has been your favorite Darth Maul moment so far? Yep, we know it's 0. We know it's here. It's here. Some more character posters. Very interesting. I like that lady. With that Brander Lawson went to. I don't know who. Rena Sewell. That was an interesting interaction there, but we'll get there. Another Shadow Lord poster of him being all aggro. Also yesterday, happy 89th birthday to Billy D. Williams. Lando. Look at that scoundrel. I just watched Maul Shadow Lord and now I'm hungry for chicken parm. Small spoiler there, I guess. Speaking with USA Today about Lucasfilm's recent leadership change, Mark Hamill says he can't think of better hands than Dave Filoni's. George Lucas was a mentor to Dave, so he knows George's sensibility. That's awesome. This guy instantly became everyone's new favorite droid. I have feelings about Spybot. I will get to them in a minute. In a new interview with the Playlist Nation, Steven Soderbergh says he's not holding out hope that The Hunt for Ben Solo will be greenlit. Oh, well, my monitor just went dark for some reason. Look, if it was going to happen, it would have happened. It's that simple. Hey, let's be positive, man. I hope you're wrong about that. Anyway, yeah, so that's our news. Let's get into talking about the show. So at this point in the show, there will be spoilers. I have a thing for this. Where is it? Here we go. Spoiler warning, from here to the end of the show, there will be spoilers for the first 2 episodes of Maul Shadow Lord. So if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want it to be spoiled, stop watching now and then come back and watch later or listen later or whatever you want to do. We don't want to lose you as viewers, but we also don't want to spoil things for you. So, all right, Maul Shadow Lord, episodes 1 and 2. All I really did was write down like cool moments I thought from them, and I figured we could go through those and just kind of see where it takes us, and then tell overall general thoughts. So what do you think about what things did you put for the first episode? What did you think of the opening and everything?
Okay, I really got like your classic gangster slash what is it like heist movie openers, like
Okay.
very good cold open. I'm gonna call it a good cold opening. It's kind of a cold opening. It just happens, throws you right there in the middle of the action.
Mando's just sneaking down the building.
Yeah, and then you get Spybot, and I too have kind of mixed feelings about him as well. He's an interesting character, and I'm glad that I watch stuff with subtitles, because I wouldn't have thought he's actually saying real words had it not been for the subtitles.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff was funny, especially when he's like, was it like Bushika or something like that? I was like, what? Okay, I mean that's kind of funny, but
yeah.
But
I honestly just think he's OP. He's too good at he could do everything. He can hack things, he can shoot things, he can sneak into things. Like one droid should not be able to do everything. It's like a cheat code. He's over, like they're kind of using him. I think they're using him too much. Like they're giving him too much power. You could basically say like, oh, they could do anything because they have Spybot. Like that. You're on thin ice.
Yeah. Also, though, I do love the Knight brothers that come to help Maul and his crew as well. They're pretty badass. One of them, I want to say the orange one, he's a little bit bigger. He kind of reminds me if Wrecker went bad, because he's just just nuts crazy about just destroying things. Like he's like just throwing stuff, just throwing droids around. I was like,
Yep.
I'm getting Wrecker vibes from this guy.
Yep. Is that Icarus or is that the other one?
It's the other one. Icarus, I think, is the smaller guy.
Okay. So it's not the one with the minigun.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
He's the this one throws like electro vibro knife blades.
Okay. Got it. We didn't see him as much. He was there, but we definitely saw the other guy more.
Yeah.
But they also had big shots of.
Yeah. But this show, it really has improved whatever like graphics or whatever it is, software they use to create this show, because it's using the same stuff, like same look and everything as Clone Wars, right? It's so freaking good. I do want to bring up this chicken parm.
Look at it.
I mean, it looks so friggin' real almost.
It does, and it all even like the texture of the spoon and the glass. Like,
Yeah, I was
but
like,
also, why is it specifically? It's so obviously specifically chicken parm. Like, I know what that
yeah,
tastes like looking at it. That's so
yeah.
funny.
I was like, can this show get any more real? Because not just the chicken parm, but like the reflection on like their armors or just on the
Hmm.
ground, just the detail in their face, like it's really good. You're almost one step closer to just being a live action series at this point.
I thought it was especially present in the lightsaber. Like the lightsaber, uh, when it was ignited, it just looks so like fiery and
Oh
and
yeah,
like not like if you look at even Rebels or like beginner Clone Wars, they're just like sticks of light, and that
yeah,
it's nothing against them. It was of the time, or budget or whatever, but they just look so much crazier and more alive now.
yeah. What I heard is like for this show, like all the backgrounds, I'm sure some of the stuff that they used is like what like painted, like actually painted stuff, like
Nice.
flat brush painting. So like the backgrounds, you'll see some of it's like matte painting, and then they'll put the graphics around it. And so I'm sure maybe
So
they
there's
did some
more
of that brush
texture and stuff
strokes.
back there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm sure they did some of the brush strokes for the lightsabers, the way some of the clothing looks.
Wow.
Uh, but meeting Lawson and Two Boots for the first time, I think it was kind of a cool setup to like this whole detective story.
Mhm.
Kind of like the start of this, and I feel like we'll see it throughout, like this noir story, because when we get to episode 2, how Larson's you see a little bit in this one, and he's like, I don't really play by the rules. Like you tell me to do this, but like we're gonna hold off on that. We're gonna do it my way first.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, their interaction is
Um,
funny, like a buddy cop. It's like
yeah,
almost funny if the
yeah,
case weren't so freaking serious.
seriously. I did like that interaction. First, I'll say Lawson drinks a lot of coffee. I've never realized, or calf. I've never seen someone drink that much calf. Every time you see him, he's got a different cup in his hand.
I did not realize
Every
that. I need to
scene,
look at that again. That's
and
funny.
then and then that scene where Two Boots brings him a cup of coffee. He's like, "So how you enjoying that, sir? You know I can't drink. I just shared this moment with you." I was like, "Huh,
Mhm.
they're really good partners." He's just gonna sit
Yeah.
there with them.
Yeah, they were funny. I enjoyed, how he has the like, the clearly detective holster, like, the cliche, like, the holster that, like, goes tight around his, like,
Yeah,
shoulders and chest, like, it's obviously, like, what detectives in, like, Law& and Order wear. Like, it's just straight out of
right.
that show, like, you would put a blazer over it or something if you were going to court or if you were, like, it's so, like, obviously from our world. They were like, "This is how we're gonna show that he's a detective." I thought that was really funny.
Now, if any of our fans are listening, I would like someone to create a Law and Order intro using him and Two
Mm,
Boots. Maybe a few of the other characters. Just a da da
yes.
da da da.
Bow, bow. Yes,
Yeah, I
that'll be very
feel like
funny.
that'd be hilarious. Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
or that speech in the beginning in New York City on Janix, the detectives who investigate crime. Whatever.
are people known as
Uh,
the Genix Central Intelligence
Central
Technician?
Police Unit. I'll write one out. I'll figure it out for next time.
Yeah, there we
Um,
go. We'll add that to the beginning of the show.
yeah, I'll write one out for next time. I will definitely forget, but I'll try and remember to do that. Um, I have a couple things here about the first episode.
All right.
Um, I loved the first time we see Maul. They just shamelessly put Duel of the Fates in the background. They were just like, oh, It was like the choral. It was like, yes, he's here. Um, I thought it was really funny how Lawson called it a laser sword and not a lightsaber. Something about that, like, you know what a freaking lightsaber is, dude. Like,
Well,
how
I mean, do
I
they?
don't know,
Because he's not the
Janix.
only one who says it
Yeah,
in in canon. Like even Anakin calls it a laser sword when he was a kid.
yeah, that's true.
Like I wonder if lightsaber is a term that only Jedi or people who study Jedi would call it.
Oh, like that's the official name, and everybody else just calls it what it looks like.
Yeah, like
Okay,
everyone
yeah,
just call it
maybe.
like kind of like you know, you got your 9mm or whatever. That's a gun. Basically.
Yep. Um, I liked um how Maul was like his first move was not even like that violent. It was like, yeah, a heist, but like after that, he's doing is manipulating two gangs into fighting each other and taking not taking action himself really, other than to like get
Mhm.
the money he needs or anything. I was like, yeah, that's pretty classic Sith approach there. Like stay in the strike from the shadows, don't let anybody know it was you. It was like, yeah, pretty good idea. It also must be nice to just have Mandalorians just in your crew.
Right.
He has a lot. There are a lot of things that are easier for that crew than a lot of other. Like you have these almost invincibly armored warriors that are skilled in all kinds of things, include and they can fly like in combat. Uh, all kinds of like you just have this squad of Mandalorians that don't obey really the Mandalorian code, uh, at least not strictly, and
Right.
they're like loyal to you. Like that must be so freaking nice. Last thing I wrote down is I literally said this out loud at the end of the episode when Maul sees what's his face, the Jedi Master. Um I thought he was gonna kill him, and I was like, this is how it reminded me. The words that came out of my mouth were, "Oh, that's how you kill a Jedi. You like endanger some innocent people nearby, and the Jedi is going to save them, and that's how like, and then the Jedi will be distracted." It's just like what's her face did at the beginning of the Acolyte.
Mhm.
All you got to do is threaten someone else nearby, and the Jedi is going to save them, and then the Jedi is distracted, and you can take it. So I thought he was going to kill him, but all he was doing was getting away. He was like, "Hey, you're gonna save these people." And I'm gonna get away. So I said those words out loud. I was like,
Yeah.
this is you mean the light sword? Yeah, that too. Um, yeah.
I did notice. I was thinking the same thing, but then I was like, Maul says he wants to stay in the shadows, so he's gonna do whatever he can. I don't think yeah, he's gonna do whatever he can to kind of stay under the radar, even though he's so above it now when we get to episode 2.
Yeah,
But he's
he's that doesn't last long.
like, I just want to stay hidden. I want to go on with my next plan. Let them deal with this.
Yeah.
Um,
But that yeah, like that doesn't really make sense of him not killing the Jedi right there. Because if he wants to stay under the radar, like wouldn't the Jedi go and like tell people? I mean, not that the Jedi is like in the good graces of the law and the empire and everything, but I don't know.
right.
Seems like you're letting a loose end get away.
Yeah. Um, I gotta. I just love how Janix is kind of looks like if Gotham City and Blade Runner's Los Angeles were melded together. Like there
Yeah.
were some shots I was like, "Are we in Batman?" No, well, no, we're in Star Wars. Okay, and it's like
Uh-huh.
Blade Runner. No, so close enough.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. It's yeah, it reminded me
I
of
also
Coruscant
noticed.
too. Sorry. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Oh, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that was all. It was like if
Oh,
I wasn't thinking about it too much, I'd think it was Coruscant because of how
right. Yeah.
like the streets look to like the underworld areas that we've seen in Clone Wars.
That is something. When you have one megapolis city or world, they all kind of look the same.
Yeah.
But I've noticed a couple of things. Like if only, well, one, if you only had headphones, but two, I'll start with the second one. Not once was Devin's or Eco's name ever mentioned throughout the first two episodes.
No,
Like
you're right.
they're still nameless to us, but unless you have the subtitles that says Eco or Devin.
Yep.
And then the
And
second
I'm
thing
a
I noticed,
millennial, so I do have the subtitles.
yeah, right. I was like, I didn't ever had to until a few years ago. I was like, okay, why didn't I do this to begin with?
Man, I wish they had them in theaters. Like,
I think you could
anyway.
actually ask for them,
Oh, really? Like
but
some showings have them?
yeah, yeah. Some
Huh.
showings have them. They give you like this little stand with like a pad, and it tries to
Oh, I
go with the
see. Okay.
movie.
Nice. All right.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, if you're only like listening with your earbuds or something, if you listen to Demos, he's that big alien gangster
Yeah, yeah.
with the three eyes.
Yep, the big one.
His voice has like this deep echo to it.
Really? That's
Yeah, it's
cool.
weird. I was like, is this my headphones? But everyone else talking didn't have it. I was like, that's an interesting detail. It's like it's just booming underneath his actual voice.
Yeah.
Like no wonder. Uh
It was pretty menacing, lifting that entire table up with one arm just to shield himself from the blasters. That was pretty
right.
awesome.
That was a pretty cool. That was a pretty interesting little fight. It really brought like this thing you'd see in like The Departed or something. They just meet in a neutral location. Something breaks out right there.
Yep.
But I
Yeah,
think
do you have oh, sorry, anything else from the first episode?
I think that was all from the first episode.
Yeah, same.
I will say the and I because I looked this up later, but the alien that was running that fruit stand is D. Bradley Baker. I don't think it would be mentioned anywhere else, but I've learned that, so I was very happy
Nice.
about that. And I was
He
like,
was just
hey,
probably
imagine,
there.
right? He was just
That's
in his,
awesome.
let's just try the studio. They're like, hey, do you want to do this voice? Why not?
I bet there's like 10 or 11 different voices that they just like, "Hey, do we wanna hire 10 or 11 different actors, or do we just call D and, have him just come in and do them all?
Right. I
Knock them
heard
out in an
on
afternoon."
Pot of Rebellion. I heard on the Pot of Rebellion podcast that of course, I think Vanessa Marshall said this. She also voices a cast in this show. But on Rebels, their contract stated that I'm sure it may be different for different contracts for the shows, but for Rebels, they're supposed to they get paid one price salary for doing two voices. Any more, they would have then get added pay to it. So they try to stick to the two voices for the show, so that way they don't have to
2
pay the
voice
actors
rule.
more.
Okay, that's fair. I know sometimes there's union stuff too.
Now
Alright,
let's
how
just
about
see if Will then.
oh, yeah. Um, yeah, alright, how about the second episode? I can start with this one. The first thing
Yeah.
I noticed is that, like, when Maul is, talking to Devin and, like, imprisoning her and stuff, we can see all kinds of emotions on her face, and that is both a, uh I mean, animation marvel. Like, it's not like the old Clone Wars where they just go hard into one, like we saw, like, complex emotions on this young woman's face.
Mhm.
But it also means, like, she's not she's not a full Jedi. Like, she is not fully in control of all her emotions. She doesn't have that, like, light side Zen thing going on where she can, like, react to everything, coming in, like, unemotionally. She is, like, in the mess of it. Like, I think it's going to be not easy, but I don't think it's gonna be a huge struggle for Maul to kinda get her edging toward the dark side, especially after he kills her master, which is going to happen. That is my not bold prediction that poor old dude is going to die.
I mean, he's not really giving her. Eco's not really giving her any, like chance for at anything because he's like, no, 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 we must continue our path, try to be the good people of things. And she's
We
like,
can't afford a
we
scene,
can't.
so just go with the. You can't even run. Like, come on.
Like I want this fruit, and he's like, but you're not gonna steal it. We're gonna beg for it, basically. She's like, that's so stupid.
Yep.
So, and then the fact I saw on her face too during that chase sequence, and after Eco and Maul look face to face, and Maul drops the bridge, Eco makes contact with Devin face to face, and then he turns away to go save the bridge, and you can see for a split second her face gets so upset. She's like, "You'd rather save these people than save me? Like, you know me."
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's not gonna be hard to sway over to the dark side and become his new apprentice. I will agree.
No, because it's not just like making up propaganda and filling your head with it. Like he has real things to use. Like your master gave up on you. Your master abandoned you. I mean, because I killed this bridge with all those people on it, but like,
right. And also, I like that
he's not making the case.
I know. Yeah.
He's not making the case that like I'm the good guy. He's making the case that like we're on the same side. It's like, wait a minute, what are the nuances of this situation?
That is true. We're on the same side. You shouldn't be thinking of it as a Jedi anymore. They're not, these all, powerful, holier things that everyone thinks they were then. Now you guys are traitors, so now you're just like me. But
right.
how he's like always like, you can get out of here anytime you want. And she's like, well, then let me out. Well, go ahead and try. And then she's like, I don't understand. And then it finally clicks. She's like, oh yeah, I have the Force.
Yeah.
But I noticed also her door to her jail cell or pod was different than what's his face's cell.
It was
Lario's. Yeah, it was had like a different latch. It was like his had like a one latch done. Hers was like latched in like 5-6 different areas around.
Oh, I thought they just zoomed in and showed us the type of latch. I didn't realize there were more on hers.
I think hers had more because I feel like he was trying to get her to find a way to use the Force in ways.
Think outside the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely showed us a close-up of that latch, like, for a reason. I was like, huh. Yeah. I was like, why is that important? Because they zoomed in on it pretty hard.
Yeah.
I also brought up just something I noticed. The hallway scene when Darth Maul was in the hallway and all the guards were shooting at him and he finally like entered the fray himself. It was just like it was like the Vader scene or the Luke scene in that it was all about like his moment, but it was so much different than theirs. It wasn't like this slow walk of like I have all the power and you have none. It was like, look how ridiculously athletic and unhittable I am, like compared to you guys. He was. I have written here, impossible to hit, just shadows and blades. Like if you happened to get a shot that didn't get deflected by one of his lightsabers, it doesn't matter because he's not there. He is over on the ground over here, or he is like up on the ceiling, or he's somewhere being a ninja. And the chances of a blaster bolt hitting somewhere that isn't covered by one of his lightsaber blades, and B, not just empty space, it's just not going to happen. He's just all blades and shadow.
Yeah, I will have to ask though, like, is this show going to be all about how many hallway scenes we can get into this series? Because the first two episodes, I kid you not, hallway scenes. You got the one in the jail cell. That's the first episode, and then the
You had
second one is
several in the
on
jail
the
cell, yeah.
and then the Pike ship in this second episode was their hallway scene as well. I was like, geez Louise.
Yep. And
Like
they
his
like and there were several in the jail cell, like not with him, but like also with the minigun. They
yeah
had these guys like he just turned the corner and it's like there's this hallway and there's this giant gun shooting 1 billion blaster bolts and like
yeah.
you're just gonna get cut down.
I will go back to episode one. I do want to know what Maul's plan is for Lawson because he didn't bother killing him like he did everybody else.
No. I think Lawson is, if I'm looking at it, I think he views Lawson as someone who is not a threat in a position of power. So if he killed Lawson or if he took Lawson out, it could be replaced by someone who is more of a threat or like less predictable. Like Lawson is by the book, like he's Johnny Lawson, like law, and he's going to do things by the book, which is a very predictable like adversary, you know? And Maul might just prefer him in that position because he knows how that person is going to react to all this stuff. That's my theory. Because you're right, he like makes no move to take Lawson out at all, like no attempt. And so far, I mean, Lawson is so far behind all of Maul's moves that it doesn't really matter. By the way, we just hit 100 live viewers. Thank you, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. So that's why I think he's leaving him there. That seems, it seems, and if you take out a detective that's one of the highest ranking law enforcement officials in that local area, that will gain some attention if you can't frame it like it was one of the gangsters. And it seems like maybe the gangsters wouldn't do that. Like it seems like they all have this weird rapport with each other and with the law. Like they have this like tentative peace agreement, which is funny.
Yeah. After Maul broke out Devin and what is it? Valeras? I got his name. Vario.
Vario, yes.
Vario, yeah. So after he breaks out Devin and Vario from prison, I love that little part where they get to the edge of that little area, and Two Boots is like, "I'll be right back, boss," and it just steps off the edge onto that garbage truck. And he's like, "Excuse me, I must commandeer your vehicle." And then just, and he's like, "Sorry for the smell."
Yep, that's like one of those like cliche like buddy cop moments,
right?
Or like Jackie Chan,
right?
Like, just commandeering a vehicle.
And then we get to see.
Also, it was fast. Like, why was that vehicle so fast? Like a garbage truck, basically. It was like keeping up with speeders.
I mean, I guess some people might want to do garbage fast. I don't know. It's a good question.
I don't know.
Never really thought about it. Although there might be a difference between like a speeder, and I think his was more like close to being a ship, but not a ship. Maybe. I don't know.
I guess maybe if you have to go to all different regions of the planet, then maybe you need something faster.
That makes sense.
We may be overthinking this.
Maybe a little bit.
The garbage man.
That's a very dirty job there.
Yeah, garbage droid.
Anyway, we finally get to meet Lawson's kid too for the first time. We've been hearing how Lawson's a single father, but it turns out like they're still together, him and his wife, but she's off planet and they're
divorced
kind of struggle.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
definitely
she's
something.
imperial. That's my thing.
Oh, yeah,
That's
maybe.
my idea. So he's
And
like,
maybe
that's probably why Lawson's like, I don't want the Empire here because my wife might show up.
I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, well, I was also saying, like, I wonder if that's why. I wonder if that's why the Empire isn't there yet. Like, if his wife, that kid's mom, is high ranking enough, maybe she knows that, like, when the Empire comes, there's going to be danger to the people, and she doesn't want her son. But that would only be if she's like, I don't know, high ranking ISB or something. She wouldn't be able to control that.
Right.
Um,
Who knows? So we
that's a
might
nice
get to
prediction,
see
though.
her eventually.
That's good. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about that whole situation. Like, he and his son obviously have a strained relationship, and someone's gonna. I don't know. I got a bad feeling.
Yeah.
Either
You could
I
definitely
hate
tell.
seeing that, like, family
Sorry.
drama kind of stuff. Like, I hate seeing, like, when dads can't, like, connect with their kids. Um, and so I got a bad feeling about when that's coming, or also just like, that something. It's Maul, man. Something horrible could happen to that kid. Like, it's not Maul is not above kidnapping someone's kid to make them do what they want. So
Yeah.
hopefully they'll stay safe.
I I do think maybe later on he might try to go to his mom regardless because he's gonna tell Lawson, he's like, all you care about is your job more than me. I hardly get to see you.
Yeah, you never spend time with me.
Because I
Yep.
mean, you look at their apartment; it's just a mess. Like
Yeah.
literally a bachelor pad almost.
Yep. Not really a nice warm family home there. Um yeah, that scene when that happens is gonna be hard to watch. I also saw I have two more things here. Devon's face at the end after she like got out of the thing, um,
Mhm.
after she escaped her cell, she had this look on her face that, like, she wasn't too mad. Like, she, like, it didn't match the moment, which makes me think that she's, like, maybe thinking of, like, does she think of Maul as a potential teacher? Like, is she thinking, like, he through his very crude imprisoning methods, he kind of unlocked a pretty strong force reaction in me that I have not really done before. And is this kind of a good way for me to increase my force power and understanding? Like, he is that could be something that she's thinking. I got a vibe of, like, her face does not match the face of someone who thankfully just escaped and needs to sneak out of here, you know?
Yeah, it seems like she's probably thinking like, I'll probably finally get to do something with my life now besides be on the streets, begging for
Yeah.
food. Now I have the
Like, there's
potential,
no
grow.
Yeah, like, there's no Jedi Order anymore. Why is she still sticking to those strict rules and things when, first of all, stealing a little bit of fruit is really a victimless crime when they need to eat. Um, and, like, it's like her master, yeah, that's great that he's okay without food for weeks and weeks, but, you know, that may not be for everybody.
Right.
He seems very Oogway-ish.
And really, I feel
And
like
then
though the Janix police on that, like, were like thinking too
overzealous,
much,
yeah.
too hard on that, like overzealous. Like for some fruit, maybe a ticket or something, but going to jail.
Yeah, like, a fine? Why are they why is this a imprisonment situation? Is the justice system is that good that the biggest crimes you have going on right now are these hardened criminals stealing a couple pieces of fruit? That's who you're imprisoning? There were, like,
Right.
3 of those droids there too, to arrest this person. They didn't know she was a Jedi. Just a girl stealing fruit. Um
Yeah.
Yeah, the last thing I have written here is that overall the music is great. Like it's different. It doesn't always sound super Star Warsy all the time, but there are still like these brass hits or these certain chords or like these familiar themes that come creeping in that it's Star Warsy enough, but like dark and brooding, menacing.
Mhm.
It's
Oh
very
yeah,
good.
feels more cinematic feeling too. Like you would get
Yeah.
from watching something like The Dark Knight. That's kind of what I'm
Mm,
thinking. And a lot of people have kind of compared this show to maybe some things from The Dark Knight. Like you get the opening shot of the robbery happening from a gangster bank, exactly like Dark Knight. Um, but yeah, I mean, the music is just very, very well done and different as well. It's not only Kevin Kiner by himself, but he brought his kids on to help with the music too. So I'm wondering if like
that's
some of the
cool.
influences on from them. Like, how do we make this different?
Kids, we need something dark,
It, um,
suspenseful.
a couple, yeah, a couple of things I got was one. I wonder if Iko will get to see finally talk to Brenda Larson about, hey, he's got my kid. We need to work together.
Oh, if
And
who will
then
talk about?
if
Oh, the
Iko
Jedi.
Dio Doc,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll finally go meet Lawson. And be like, hey, I've been stalking you for a while, so if you want this done, I will help you because he's
Mm,
also got something in mind.
yep.
And then lastly, the Pikes, man, the Pikes, they actually look almost like their live action counterparts this time. It's like
Yeah.
uh, they're not so long neck; they got more broad shoulders. Um, and I went down this
Yeah. They're
rabbit
like
hole after
splitting the
watching
difference.
this. Yeah, and went down the rabbit hole. Apparently, uh, pikes can look different like that. They could some have long necks, some have short necks, some of them are stocky, some of them are thin, and you can have up to 4 to 5 fingers depending on the kind of pike you are.
Wow. That's different.
Yeah,
Basic body shape, yeah, but like a literal different number of fingers, that's different.
Re- I thought that was interesting too. But I was like, then I
Yeah.
thought I started thinking about it. I was like, well, they are supposed to be like fish slash aquatic creatures, so I guess it really wouldn't matter because all fish are different.
Yeah. Interesting.
Um, and lastly, I'm still not convinced, and even though, and you and I've discussed this before, I showed you this thing that said about the helmet from the armorer with a dark past. I'm still not convinced Rookcast is the freaking armorer with all this. I feel there's no
No, I
way.
don't want no, there's I don't see her that is a hell of a transformation and no real reason for it to happen.
Because
Like
you got to
she's
think
a
about it right now. Uh, Din Djarin's only a little kid because he was
uh
saved during the Clone Wars.
right. So he's still a foundling.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Rook or I feel like the armorer is older, but I just don't buy the transition from Rook cast to like religious zealot like that. Like she doesn't have the upbringing of that, of the way,
Now,
the path, the
yeah. Now, can things change over time? Maybe, but I'd still say the armor probably was part of Maul's Death Watch. But after his capture at the end of the Clone Wars, she probably hightailed it to the moon of Concordia, and then said, "Well, Death Watch is done with Maul, so we need to restart as this religious organization with these foundlings."
yeah. Yeah, I just don't even know that she was yeah, I don't even know that she was even like had anything to do with it. Like she might be not a foundling, but she might be a kid herself. Like she's still at that. She's still doing freaking like combat with hammers. She's not even using blasters. She is
Yeah.
athletic and powerful, and she doesn't strike me as like someone who's in her prime right after the Clone Wars. Like she,
I'd
like
say
maybe a
maybe
little
the
older,
same
but
age as Bo-Katan.
yeah,
Maybe.
and maybe I don't know. I'd say Rook Cast might be the same age as Bo-Katan.
True. But I feel like with what's this show's going on, she might not make it past this series because
Yeah,
Maul's going to
and
start
and
betraying people, and he doesn't leave witnesses behind. He's going to kill people.
right. And here's another thing: the armorer believes that Mandalore is like cursed, right? Like the armorer believes that there's no way for Din to be redeemed. This is the cleanest defense I have about the argument that it can't be Rook Cast. Ready? The the armorer in Mando season 2, 3, 3. The armorer fully believes that Mandalore is beyond saving, right? Is like it's impossible for Din to be redeemed because the mines don't exist. The Empire bombed Mandalore before Maul Shadow Lord, right?
I think around the same time, maybe.
So, in order for Rook Cast to be the armorer and to be her own type of Mandalorian, unless she's just lying to everyone, Rook Cast would have had to go to Mandalore because she has her helmet off. So Rook Cast would have had to go to Mandalore, get rebaptized in the waters, bathe in the waters beneath the mines of Mandalore in order to be redeemed and put the helmet on and never take it off. But she can't do that because she believes the planet is dead and the mines are not accessible or even there anymore. So it can't be her because she has no way to redeem herself unless the purge took place, well, unless she somehow did it before the purge, but she didn't even live on Mandalore, right? Like
No, because
she's never been to
right now,
the armorer has never been to Mandalore, right?
I
Man, I don't remember. I just
don't
don't see
remember.
it. There's just so much there that would have to be put into place so that if they did it, it just feels like someone read that fan thing online and was like, "Oh yeah, that's a fun thing. Let's do that."
Yeah. Plus, I feel like we're squishing the timeline a little bit here too,
Yeah,
to
exactly.
make this true.
We're squeezing it into reality when it just doesn't belong there. All right. Anyway, I heard that you have a trivia question for us this week.
I do, believe it or not, and I was quite surprised that I did. I said I would starting last week. I was like, okay, I'll try to think of something for this show. And by
Yes.
golly, I did. If it will appear, if it did appear, I'm sorry because my computer's being slow.
How dare you? There it is. It is kind of small on the Instagram screen, but we'll read it for you.
Yeah.
Have to read it out loud for the audio listeners anyway.
And luckily, I don't have that stupid 5-second timer thing anymore. That was just annoying.
The armorer is actually Gar Saxon, obviously.
Wow, he'd have to grow his head back.
Yeah. Hey, sillier things. There's force healing. It's a thing. Grogu's right there.
True. All right. So the question is, and this one, I actually went to StarWars.com. They always do like these trivia things after the show. So I can't say I did this myself, but I did some research on StarWars.com after these 2 episodes came out. But
okay,
the question is, what sport does Riley Lawson, who is Brander Lawson's son, play? So if you're watching episode 2, you see, some gear on the floor. Even in the photo that Lawson has on his desk, he's got a helmet on. But then you see Riley himself dressed in a uniform.
Yeah.
What sport is this from? Is it A, boatkin, B, blitzball, C, gravball, or D, Nunaball?
If you know the answer, put it in the comments, or if you want to guess, put it in the comments. I don't know this. This is the first time I'm looking at this. So this is the part where I try and read Marty's mind. So Blitzball is from Final Fantasy X. So I don't think it's Blitzball, unless that's a huge coincidence. There are 3. I don't think it's Boatkin. I don't know what that is, but I don't think there's 3 answers here with the word ball in it. And I think it has to be one of those. So, and it's not Blitzball. So it's either Gravball or Nunaball. Gravball does sound like a sport that they would. Oh, they say. I think it's B. So B is Blitzball, and I know for a fact Blitzball is. Oh, here, I'll put that comment up. I think it's B. The prop was a tennis ball thrower. I don't think it's Blitzball because Blitzball is from Final Fantasy X. So that would be either a hell of a coincidence or just copying. But Gravball does sound like something someone would make up. Like there's a grav sled. Like there are the prefix of grav does sound like something that someone in Star Wars would make. So I am gonna guess C, Gravball. Final answer.
All
And
right.
he's gonna play the thingy. There's a countdown, and then we find out if we are right.
No countdown.
Oh, there's no countdown.
Okay. No
countdown. Well, you got me real bad.
The answer was A, Boatkin.
Boatkin. The hell is Boatkin?
Yep. It's a brand new sport starting that was made up for this show. It looks like baseball meets lacrosse. He kind of has like a baseball uniform on, but he has like a lacrosse stick in his hand. And believe it or not, at first I thought it was shock ball because I heard Alex from Star Wars Explained say it was shock ball, but I went through everything from StarWars.com, saw Riley's name. I went to his profile and everything, and it said he's a fairly good Boatkin player. So I was like, okay, well, I guess it's Boatkin. And then the behind the scenes even said it's a Boatkin uniform.
I know Gravball and Nunaball are sports in Star Wars, but I don't recall either of those taking a stick. You know a lot of sports in Star Wars, huh?
Gravball, believe it or not, all these sports are actual sports in the Star Wars universe. Blitzball was mentioned only in Star Wars Outlaws and Star Wars Outlaws Low Red Moon.
Okay, they took that from Final Fantasy X because that is Blitzball is the sport that they play in Final Fantasy X. It's awesome. You play it like you can just play in the league and like power up your team and get stupid with it, but it's pretty fun.
Yeah, Blitzball I think for Star Wars universe is kind of like baseball in some way. Gravball, it does exist as well. It was mentioned in the High Republic, but I can't remember what it's supposed to resemble. And then Nunaball is like football, but it was played like with those droids that look like that we see in like Attack of the Clones that were chauffeuring Anakin and Padme through the streets of Mos Espa.
Yes. I know that because they have because of that shot from Attack of the Clones, like when they're in the bar, when Obi-Wan it's where he has that Death Sticks interaction. One of the screens has basically football with those droids playing. How is that interesting though? Because they all have the same like speed and skills and stuff, right? Like, aren't they like factory made? I guess maybe not.
Yeah, I guess but I would say maybe like not all the times though will it be precise throw. So
Yeah, that's fair. Just depends on how the judgment goes. All right. Well, you got me. Well done. I'll get it next time, maybe. We are about at an hour, and that is our show. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We hope you enjoyed Maul Shadow Lord if you watched it. And we also hope you enjoy what we are doing here in general as a podcast. As we said in the beginning, we know that the internet can be a dark, toxic place, especially the Star Wars side of the internet. So we are trying to be the opposite of all that. So make sure you give us a follow if you like the show. We are at SW Culture Live, pretty much everywhere. On Facebook, you can find us at. There's some comments. Sorry. The stick in the show looks like a cross between a lacrosse stick and a cesta. That's from Hyali. There's a beer called Hyali. It was redesigned and sold as a generic ball thrower. Same kind that Anakin has in his house. So Anakin played sports when he was a kid. I mean, that makes sense. Not just racing. If he has those reflexes, I mean. But yeah, we are at SW Culture Live pretty much everywhere. If you're watching on Facebook, it's episode 9 news and Culture Slate page. We also follow us. Marty is at Core World Network. He does some gaming stuff and other Star Wars stuff, like factoids and databases and things like that. And I am at Nerdiest Stepdad. I do all kinds of random stuff. Mostly lately it's been Star Wars, but there's some D&D and other like Marvel and other things in there too. Daredevil Born Again is great, by the way. Season 2. That new episode comes out in 30 minutes. I'm excited. But so follow the show, follow us. We will be back next week, I believe Wednesday at 7:30, unless something else crazy pops up. But Wednesday, 7:30, we will talk about the next couple of Maul episodes. So enjoy that show. Have a good week, and may the Force be with you.